Hi everybody, Callan Bentley here from Piedmont, Virginia Community College, and I am out of my usual Albemarle County haunts here. I'm actually standing at Belle Isle, which is an island in the James River in the middle of Richmond. All right, so this is a spot called the Falls of the James, where the James River steps down out of the Piedmont and into the coastal plain, which stretches off to the west. I'm at a pretty neat location here that shows several different really cool geological features. The first is the Petersburg Granite, which I'll abbreviate as PG. All right, this is a PG rated granite. All right, it was intruded into the crust around 320 million years ago, somewhere between the Akkadian orogeny and the Alleghenian orogeny, what some people might call the Neo-Akkadian orogeny. It's a felsic magma that cooled down slowly underground and made great big crystals. But here we can see there's a lot more than just the Petersburg Granite. For instance, there is this zone right in here that's about 1.5 meters wide, marked by very large crystals. And those very large crystals of feldspar have dropped into the middle of what is called a pegmatite dike, a really juicy dike that was intruded into a crack in the Petersburg Granite late in the crystallization process. So let's call that peg, all right? So the pegmatite dike cuts across the Petersburg Granite as the second feature that we see here. But here we see that the pegmatite dike is cut across by yet another feature. This one here, which is a fine-grained igneous intrusion with a texture that is finer than a typical granite, but the composition that's the same as a granite, and that's an aplite dike. So I've labeled that one AP. This will be on the AP exam, all right? So that must have come after the pegmatite dike in order to cut across it. Then if we go over here and we try and trace out the aplite dike, we see that as we approach this crack right here, suddenly it jumps over. So it should show up right here, but instead it shows up over here instead. So there's an offset here of about 1 meter, a little more than 1 meter, and that is evidence of a fault. So this fracture right here is a fault. All right, and if we look at the pegmatite dike, here's one wall of it coming up to the fault, and then it picks up over here. So the offset's not quite as extreme right here as it is over there, but it definitely shows that same sense of offset, which is that the far side of the fault looks like it's moved to the right relative to the near side. So what we'd call a right lateral transform fault. Pretty cool, eh?